This is Gary Butterfield.
This is Cole Ross.
And this is Monster My Podcast.
And these are Wereravens and Weretigers.
There's a monster in my podcast.
Kept people run. I was really expecting to love Wereravens.
I was expecting you to, too. I was like, count down until Cole says, I kind of like these peaceful bird guys. Because that's a real, like, if you pull the string on the back of Cole for the Monster My Podcast plush, like, I can get down with a peaceful bird, dude. You know?
Yeah, if you pull the string that connects all of these episodes together, what clumps up is, these bird dudes are all right.
I can get down with a peaceful bird, dude.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. A nice bird, bro.
Okay, so how about this? I will take this position just to make it more interesting. It is cool that these guys are just neutral good, which is one of the best alignments, right? Mm-hmm. It is great that they exist in this realm where any kind of good is immediately sought out and crushed. And
we have to say that these are the only entry where they talk about it being specifically in Ravenloft.
Yes, like in Ravenloft, where like the lords are entirely evil and just like good as the aberration and is sought out.
Yeah, these guys came from another world into Ravenloft.
Yes, from Greyhawk.
Yes.
Yeah. And so they still try and do good, except in a way that is below the radar.
Yeah, secret good.
Yeah.
You know, and I can get down with that. Like, I like the idea of these guys can being, a good race that is kind of stuck in Ravenloft is a cool hook. Mm-hmm. And they have to be subtle about it, so they're not, Deus Ex Machina for the DM to come in and save your party.
Yeah.
Necessarily, because like if they are real obvious about it, then the Lords of Ravenloft are going to shut them down.
Yeah. Then just all of a sudden, their entire society is fucked.
Yes.
Yeah. What's crazy though is they're some of the most effective of these lycanthropes at turning their enemies. So everything else has a 1% chance to turn per point of damage. These guys have a 2% chance.
Yeah. Real quick, we had to do I want to do a little rewind back to Lycanthrope General, which I forgot where it says. It's explaining that. It takes an entire paragraph to say 1 point of damage equals 1% chance.
Yeah. There's
a part where it says, to simplify bookkeeping, let's say something does 24 damage to your character. That's a 24% chance of becoming a... It's like, what the...
Hey, Monsters Manual, did you fucking mansplain percentages to me?
Yeah, and you just said it. Like, you explained it in the form of, this is just, you're just restating the story problem. Like, you just said it in a sentence, and now you're saying it with an example that doesn't add anything new to the sentence. It's, really obnoxious.
Because one of the factors in the multiplication is 1.
Yeah, the 1-to-1 ratio, and then is that all set? It's not all setting up for the Wereraven because the Wereraven doesn't give us an example. Of that, like what am I supposed to do? Multiply by 2? This is advanced Monsters Manual.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I can
buck up.
Yeah.
So only fourth graders need apply, no little babies.
So these guys can make Wereravens, and then like I said, these are not cool inherently. There's nothing good about these guys, but that little bit and the fact that they're in Ravenloft makes them cool for a story idea.
Yeah.
Like the idea of them slowly infecting and turning towns in Ravenloft of people who can't, there's one night a week where everyone stays in and the local lord or the sheriff rides through town. Mm-hmm. Everybody stays in town or whatever. They make up the local superstition because they're all ravens that night. And they're slowly converting Ravenloft to good because it's so easy for them to convert people.
Yeah.
I think that's a cool idea.
That's how a painted world happens.
Yeah. And then it goes to shit.
Well, yeah,
because then all their intestines end up on the outside of their body.
Yeah.
Because it's painted worlds.
Yeah.
But I thought that was a cool idea, like a secret resistance. Join the Black Feathers. Mm-hmm. And what are the Black Feathers? It's a group of thieves or something. It's like, well, yes, of a sort.
Yeah.
But you have to suck on the golden beak. What? And
then the beak grows out of them.
Yeah. And it's like, kiss me. Join the resistance. I'm Rachel Maddow. And then we move on to Lycanthrope Weretiger, which there's nothing about except for the fact that this is one of the horniest drawings that's ever been in this book.
Yeah, you can see the entire curve of this tiger lady's ass.
Yeah. This is definitely drawn to be erotic. And there's no text to be erotic.
No,
it's just this drawing.
It's this drawing. They're it is the strap of the tank top that is down over one shoulder, like it's fucking Flashdance.
Yeah, like fucking Juice Newton up here.
That's what I didn't know. It wasn't just Newton, but let's pretend it was.
Yeah, it's the other Newton.
Yeah, Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah,
I still don't even think that was that. I don't think that was Flashdance.
Who did Let's Get Physical?
I think that was Olivia Newton-John.
Okay, that's what I was thinking of. Because it's like the Let's Get Physical video.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's not Juice Newton. It's like a different kind of Newton.
Yep. Oh wow, Flashdance was directed by Adrian Lynn.
Nobody knows who that is.
It's the director of Jacob's Ladder and Fatal Attraction. Yeah,
gotcha.
Sorry, just because you don't know who it is doesn't mean that nobody knows who it is.
Well, nobody here on the podcast knows who it is. Like, it's still a valid point. Like,
sorry, I was gonna. if you pressed me, I was going to explain. If you said,
I did press you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like Jacob's Ladder, but it's not like I'm like, oh, I consider myself a Lynn fan.
Yeah,
you know, it sounds like he like, you know, he did Flashdance, he did Jacob's Ladder, Basic Instinct. It feels like he's probably like one of those kind of workhorse.
Yeah, he's all over the place.
Directors. Yeah.
You know. No,
No,
and Flashdance was Jennifer Beals. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So there we go. That was going to drive me nuts if I couldn't remember it.
So this is just like a sexy cat lady that fights like a cat and has cat-like qualities. Like goes shopping. That's really
like literally that is what it says. They don't go into civilization unless they are stocking up
for a mission, a revel, or a simple shopping trip.
Yeah.
You know, okay, cool. You know, they're neutral. There's like cat ladies. Like the real big thing is just how spanky the drawing is.
Yeah.
You know?
I do dig this general entry though, because the ecology is just they get along wherever.
Yeah,
like they're the daywalkers of the lycanthropes.
Yeah. They're kind of, you know, they're just like good cats. I do think one thing about, not to keep bringing us back to this horny drawing, but like one way that the horny drawing falls down, I think, is in the hairline, which is kind of like Lemmy or like the janitor on Harry Potter or something. Like there's a real like receding hairline.
Well, also this has like some transparent. There's some transparency going on because you can see the stripes of her scalp hair or undercoat through the hair itself.
Yeah,
like mixing regular hair with fur. They probably should have bumped the opacity on that layer if they wanted it to be to not read as like some kind of weird saran wrap shawl.
I think this is probably pre-layer. Like I feel like this was probably just drawn.
That was my
the
metaphor that I used.
Maybe the idea was that there's stripes in the hair, but I don't think so.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
it doesn't come
looks
across.
It ruined it when I was trying to masturbate to it, and the fact that the stripes on her legs make her look like she's wood grain.
So her legs are bent, her ankles are touching her butt, creating the effect that the stripes are contiguous from lower leg to upper leg, which is very strange. It's like a Mad Magazine foldover.
Yeah, or fucking like a cherry or like a fine, oaken banister.
Yep. And this Les Ball has some F-holes. Wink, wink. Brought to you by our backers at patreon.com/duckfeed.tv.